I had a question that someone wanted answered, and that was when you have lost all of your motivation, when you are not finding your jam again, right? So when you're just like, I'm not creative, I'm not feeling it, I don't know what's going on, help, what do you do? So here are some recommendations. If it is anything artistic, if it is anything with like content, anything like that, get off social media. Go electronics free for at least a day or two, right? Give yourself like a really, really great like decompress time, right? Helps immensely. And one of the reasons why is that your brain has to get creative again to find something to do, right? Where we're so used to just shutting off. We're so used to just like going in and watching TV, and that's what gives us our views on life. That's like it's filling all of those gaps and filling all that space. Shut it all off. Just cold turkey yourself for a few days. The second thing is force yourself to do what you're trying to do, right? Force yourself to do it. I read a thing one time that Jerry Seinfeld said he has like a calendar in his office and he puts this giant red X on every single day that he writes comedy stuff, like that he writes a joke. And he's like, sometimes you just have to do it and force yourself, and it might suck and it might be the worst thing ever. Just force yourself to do it. And what happens is it builds it like a muscle, and it gets more and more and more and more creative, and you get all the gross out of the way, and then all of a sudden you have your content back again. So I know with myself in writing, that's what I did. Is I would just force myself to sit down and write, even if it made no sense and I deleted it all after. It was just forcing myself to do the action, and then your brain starts to figure it out because it knows you're going to be doing it. So those are a few good things to do. Third, right now, when this world seems like it's falling apart and everything is so horrible and gosh, right? Like kind of feels like we're living in the middle of a dumpster fire right now, doesn't it? And don't get me wrong, 100% agreeing with a lot of what's going on right now. In terms of like needs to happen, Black Lives Matters, all that. I'm not going to bring that up on here. I'm not going to go into that. I hope everyone is just okay with that. Because this space has always been about positivity, about motivation, about drive, and about how to get you into a really good headspace. And I'm going to leave it as that. Okay? So if you want to know my thoughts, you can contact me. We'll have a separate conversation. But yeah, just jump in and force yourself. But the other thing is with your senses, if your brain is going chaotic because of the worry and the stress and all of the stuff that we're reading and hearing and seeing and everything else right now, try to distract your senses with something different. So one of the things I do is I'll have like a really strong burning candle, or I'll blare really intense music, or right, something like that tells my brain, it's like, whoa, distraction. And then it's so focused on my other sense over here, my brain actually can be more creative and it can do what it needs to do. Okay, so those were a few little tips about the question that was sent in. Let me know if you need more, Missy.